Alrighty, so here we are back playing some more Tropico 6. We're on to episode 14 of our Rich Island playthrough, so let's get into it. Alrighty, so first things first, I just read a comment and we were discussing the service quality of our shopping malls, and so typically getting consumer goods stocked into your shopping malls and your groceries will increase the service fee. But that's consumer goods. And luxury goods can't go into a grocery. And luxury goods can be put into a shopping mall with the luxury outlets upgrade, which is really expensive. But if we read right here, each type of luxury good bought will further increase the happiness of the customer. So I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to do some testing. But I'm fairly certain that getting this upgrade, luxury outlets, and then stocking luxury goods into your shopping mall will increase the service quality. So let's go ahead and give it a test. Let's do the other one, the one more over here near our population. Luxury outlets. So we're gonna have to wait a bit of time, but as we can see, they're both at 88. Both of our shopping malls. And they have all the food varieties. This one has some apparel, which is a consumer good. And this one has, I believe, a little bit more. Yes, it does have a little bit more. So there is that. So after a little bit of time, we'll check back on this one. And it should have a higher service quality. Apparel, electronics, furniture, rum, those are all consumer goods. Alrighty. So if you've been keeping up with the series, then you might have noticed that I was sick yesterday. And honestly, I was just so out of it, but I really wanted to definitely put out another video instead of just wasting too much time. But today I feel a lot better, so going to try and get a lot of stuff done. We're making a lot of really good money, which is nice. Smart furniture, are we producing? Oh wow, look at that, our smart furniture studio is rolling. Very neat. Furniture, electronics, producing smart furniture. Let's bump this up to the max budget. Can't believe I didn't do that yesterday. We don't really need the efficiency bonus. And that's good. Okay, so gonna let the game play in the background here, and I want to check out certain things that we don't want to sell. So sugar planks, right? In the last episode I turned back on furniture, but now we can turn it back off. And electronics, because now we're turning those into other various goods for more money. Okay. Anything else that I can think of? I can't really think of anything. Yeah, I should do cloth. Let's turn off cloth. This is such a cool, mechanic. Being able to turn off certain exports. And I think that is it. I think so. Maybe it would be a good idea to also do milk for our creamery here. We might as well do bananas and pineapples, so let's go ahead and do those two real quick while we're here. While we're thinking about it all. Sorry, what did I just say? We need bananas and pineapples. So there's pineapples, now we just need to find bananas, which are right here. So bananas and pineapples will stay on the island, definitely being consumed in our juicery. We can also do the milk. So there is that, and then there was something else, the cannery. What goes into our cannery? Fish and pineapples. Did we just turn off pineapples? We did. Okay, well, let's also do fish. Cool. So that's all set up. We're down a lot of... We need to find a uranium import. That's what needs to happen right now. 1965, so let's go ahead and activate our Caribbean Trade Pact Association Edict. Before we do that, you want to kind of take into consideration what the time in the year is. So you don't want to do this right at the end of the year, because you won't have any time to change things for your deals, and you also want to make sure your customs office is fully staffed, just to get the most out of the bonuses that building gives you. So let's go ahead and activate this, and let's check out our fancy new trade deals. So we have wool import, pretty cheap. Do we need it? Not really, because we don't have a textile mill. So, not something that we're going to pick up. We're already picking up cloth, so we don't really need the wool. And then bananas, no, that's not it. Coal. We can import coal, which could be really good, but in one of the previous episodes, we ended up deleting the coal power plant. And like I said, we're not going to be making a steel mill, so not going to be very useful for us. And then we can import furniture. So importing furniture might be a pretty good idea. Well, we're already importing furniture, so whichever one has the better deal. This one still has around, what is that, 30,000 units left. And this one, they'll sell us 50,000 units. I mean, I'm not really worried about it. It's a worse deal, so kinda not really worth. Maybe I should pick it up, but I'm just gonna ignore it for now. Something else that happened was, I'm pretty sure, no. I hope I didn't miss like a whole year's worth of the trade deals we get from our Cyber Operations Center. I think I did though. What is going on? Oh, they're still doing this. The Eternal Flame. I wonder how this building's gonna look. Upgrade 2.0, executing mission, Tropico Triangle. Oh, so we still need to deliver the pharmaceuticals. Let's check real quick. I'm curious. Did we end up selling any of our pharmaceuticals? Not trade, but population, resources. What do we have? A lot of pharmaceuticals. So we haven't sold any, so that's good. The market manipulations, that was like the last thing that I checked out. We used all of our provocations, so cigars, coal, corn, fish, gold. So we should try and get a gold import deal soon before the price starts skyrocketing. As we can see here, we can get gold for like really expensive, but might not be worth. So we're going to need gold, and then we're going to need plastics. Did I ever end up getting a plastics deal? I don't think so. Oh wait, no, that's what it was. I think in our provocations, we highlighted plastics to go down. So that's pretty neat. It'll take some time before this ends up actually happening, but could be pretty cool. Uranium. I wonder what the issue is here. Sugar. So what I think I might do is get these guys, select this, and then select there. Confirm selection. Call this uranium. Uranium. I can spell U-R-A-N. Uranium. Pickup. So they're picking up the uranium and they're going to bring it to the warehouse next door. And then the other two Teamsters offices will deliver this to either of our nuclear power plants. Now we're running into some major issues with electricity. And so ideally I would have enough spare electricity so that one can shut down one of these nuclear power plants. Well, you know what? Most ideally, we would just straight up want to import uranium. If I could get a uranium import, we'd be good, because importing, what is this, 80,000 units of uranium? If we imported 80,000 units of uranium, it would completely fill this up, even if we bought all the upgrades. Because I think all the upgrades bring these up to like 22,500. And even then, all these slots would still be completely full with uranium. Kind of eliminating the use or the need for this mine here, but either way, we need to try and find a uranium import sometime real soon. So we activated this edict and we kind of didn't get anything from it. Wool, coal, and furniture. I mean, I want to take them, but they're just not very useful for our goals. Service quality's dropped all the way down to 0 because we do not have any electricity. Quite a big shame. Solar overload, supra, surface 3000 mega. Okay. I'm helping out a little bit with electricity, but still. It would be really nice if someone delivered some uranium. 90,000 ducats. 6,000 planks are sitting here. Okay. 2,900 electronics. So, what this is telling me, right, is that this smart furniture studio is completely full of electronics, right? So it's completely full. Even if it had electricity and it was running, I have a feeling that it would still remain pretty full. And so this is telling me that we're going to kind of have like a lot of extra electronics sitting around, so I'm not sure, but it would be nice if we could find a way to consume these. Maybe just do straight up another smart furniture studio. It would be kind of cool if you could make like electric vehicles. I don't really think that there's anything for us to do besides a drone factory. So yeah, we're gonna have to do another smart furniture studio sometime pretty soon.
The police declared today that prices of many exports had dropped, so that everyone can enjoy Tropican goods, and that it wasn't because people didn't want them anymore.
I mean, I shouldn't sell the furniture, we should let that all get brought in. And I kind of have a feeling that I should make some more Teamsters offices. I didn't really want to, but kind of seems like we have no option. Yeah, they must be like a bit overburdened. Let's just get 2 here, and hopefully that can help out a bit. Check residential occupancy. All of our housing is completely full. I haven't checked the population in a while. Vacant homes. So it looks like we have a rich family that needs a home, so that's another mansion we could build. And we need even another office. Too bad we don't have any money right now. Ooh, we can ask for money from America. Nice. What is pretty cool is that our relation is at a stagnant 84 here. I don't think it'll ever go below. I'm not sure why this is, but I think it might be because we have an alliance with them. And I think what's supposed to happen is you're supposed to keep it above 81, but I think it's like hard capping it at 81, which is pretty nice. But on top of that, we have the golden spoon, which gives us a constant bonus of 21. I think we can actually go somewhere and see. Foreign relations, USA, embassy +5, building efficiency +6, passive estate +10. All the trade we're doing with them. Okay. I feel like golden spoon should be on here, but I'm not seeing it. Maybe building efficiency. Yes. We've asked him for $140,000. We just made a little bit of money here. And we're gonna start like hemorrhaging money if I don't end up fixing our electricity problems here. I mean, there literally... Oh, there was uranium. There's a little bit of uranium here. I wonder how I haven't focused on this area in like 3 or 4 episodes, so I should build up some housing around here. Go ahead and check in on urban development. And let's build up just a couple of apartments here. So I kind of want to keep with the other buildings around. Kind of follow their same style. We'll build one modern apartment there. That's probably fine. Let's go ahead and try and put down an additional office. I want this like little neighborhood right here to be nothing but mansions, so we're gonna have to start squeezing them in other places. So let's put that there. We'll put this on high priority, get it done first. Let's check in on our courthouse. It's making $1,500 a month. That's pretty good. Oh man. This is not good. Housing quality for Filthy Rich is down to 10. That is not good at all. I mean, it's rather imperative that we get uranium, oh no. Sort by import, export, come on down. Honestly, I just might do uranium, regardless of how much it's gonna cost, because it's just too important. So now what I could do is I could get 1,400 or 14,000 units. 14 times 15,000. It's like 150,000 plus half of that, or like two of them. So 30, 60, 150, so $210,000 for all of this uranium. It's pretty expensive. Let's just do the 2,300. That's just a little over 2 times this amount right here. So a little over 30,000. And that should help deal with our electricity issues. I really hate doing that though. There's 100,000. What is going on, man? Yeah, we just need more Teamsters. That's what it's gotta be. Let's get rid of all of these emergency jobs. I feel like this is actually sort of detracting from our overall effectiveness. I was hoping that it would kind of streamline the important things, but I don't think so. Okay. So, well, like what I think was happening was like they would show up to work, they would check out the like jobs that they need to do, they'd be like, oh, I'll do like one thing, but getting rid of those emergency jobs, I think it's gonna make them show up and then just do anything on the island, so definitely going to be a lot better, I think. $105,000, what is going on, man? The uranium. We shouldn't trade uranium away. Let's go find uranium. There we go. So now uranium will stay on the island. And so something that I've kind of been seeing a lot in the comments is at the beginning of this series I was talking about how like this is going to be a pretty short episode, and honestly I thought the city was going to be like these 3 like blocks here. I thought it was going to be pretty small and like very, very streamlined. A little bit of industry like how we got going on over here. We're like importing stuff, turning it into more expensive things and then reselling it. I thought there was going to be like 2 of those, but as I started putting this all together, I realized like it is pretty nice that you can expand this really, really far. Like I can comfortably fill in all of these neighborhoods, I think. And so honestly, like I don't really want this to drag on past like 20 like episodes in the series, but we might just end up making it past 20 episodes. Maybe even close to like 25. Raid finishing in never, period. Oof. $15,000 on that building. So definitely before the end of this episode, I want to solve our electricity problems, and I want to check in on this building here. Because let's see. Furniture, rum, cigars. Cigars are a luxury good. So if this building... Oh, it does have electricity. Man, you know what? That would be so lame if this building is like hard capped at a service quality of 88. But we have cigars in, which is a luxury good, and it's not increasing the service quality anymore. Which is not how I thought this worked. That's kind of a shame. Because usually you can find some way to get most buildings up to like a... not job quality of course, but try and find like a hospital. You can usually get service quality to 100 pretty easily with the hospital especially. Childhood museum like 85 here, but if we bought animatronics, increases efficiency by 20, it'd probably be pretty close to 100. The fun fair pier, we have a service quality of 106, so typically you can get at least most buildings up to a service quality of 100. And so for like kind of a long time, I figured that you could do the same thing with the shopping malls. But it kind of doesn't look like it. Cigars are definitely a luxury good though. Yep. Man, that's a shame. Well, not that much I can do about it. Oh wow, we bought all the uranium. That's really nice. So that's why our electricity problems are completely solved, because if you look at our warehouse here, we can see there's 1,165 uranium. Over here we have another... Someone's probably delivering uranium right now. Maybe we're running kind of low on the uranium. Either way... Yeah, it's such a shame, man. This kind of means, because the service quality of the shopping mall is what your population is going to be using for your food happiness here. Yes. And so that's so lame that you can't get this above 88. Well, I mean, I know you can, right? Because we have the budget modifier as well as the Minister of Economy. So the Minister of Economy is kind of affecting everything because everything's on the max budget. So that building, the ministry, in addition to an island where you have all the like budget settings on the max setting, it's giving like probably over 1,000 points of like efficiency bonus, which is pretty good. But I wonder if we go and check out religious fostering. Yeah, we get up to 92, which is pretty cool. The reason is religious fostering. The first sentence there, or second sentence, increases the efficiency of all public service buildings by 5%. If we look at public service buildings, we can see under here the shopping mall. So the shopping mall will get a bonus 5%. And so it looks like 92 is as high as I can get it. I can't really think of anything else that's going to increase the service quality anymore. I was really hoping that bringing in luxury goods would increase the service quality. That was kind of what I was like aiming for in the past like 2 or 3 episodes, but kind of doesn't seem like that's true, which does really suck. But we're gonna go back to Golden Spoon. And now all of our... This must be why we're like hemorrhaging money recently, is because we don't have any rich people on the island. No rich tourists. I don't know what the issue is. Another arrival in 3 months. Let's put this in times 4 speed and let's wait here and see how this turns out. Yeah, like I feel like they haven't been here in like 2 whole episodes. You know what I should do? customs office has tourist fees. Okay, so we already have that. I'm really curious. 111 people have shown up. What? They showed up and nothing happened. Literally no one got off. Housing quality 205. I wonder what the issue is. Maybe it has something to do with potentially our tourist rating? All of our tourists are leaving. And it's been like over 3 years, I think, since anyone's shown up. I hope there isn't something that I did somewhere. I'm not sure what possibly could be the problem here. Maybe it's the fact that we only have, what is this, 80? A tourist rating of 87. $118, 97. A tavern. Where's this tavern at? Let's demolish that. Tourist attractions, cocktail bars. What's this one? This one isn't really for tourists, so I'm not really worried about that one. Check it on the population again. Unemployed, even more college people. So let's go ahead and fill in these 2 slots here with even more offices. Let's see what we're up to. If we hold control, we can see how much it'll cost to buy water coolers for every office that doesn't have them yet. And there's 10 of them, so that's $50,000, which is kind of like a crazy amount just to be spending on water coolers. I should build up some more mansions sometime really soon too. I mean, we have the edict, urban development active, so let's go ahead and build up some more. We'll see how these ones fare here. And as a matter of fact, I kind of want to build... Okay, I have a feeling that's enough mansions. Hopefully it is. Hip and comfy. We can probably turn off our export of electronics at this point. Consumer goods. And so I would kind of rather keep our electronics on the island, so let's even consider building up a warehouse for them. And if it looks like we're gathering too many at once, then what I'll do is build up another smart furniture studio. Trade, no, not trade. If we come here, we can see gold is now on an uptrend. So this is kind of telling me that I don't want to reduce gold in an industry building. The reason is that, of course, the raw resources are going up in price, meaning that to import the gold is going to be way more expensive, and it might even be more expensive than the end product we're actually producing. So potentially we're just going to try and import electronics instead. And so that's fine. But there is something that I wanted to look at. What was it? Furniture. I want to check out furniture, because what I'm curious about is if it is even possible for me to find it. So 8,000, this is what I'm curious about. So we're importing a lot, and then we're processing a lot. We're not really producing a lot. So this is telling me that, well, first off, we should increase our production of furniture. We want this bar right here, this like lightly green, like the middle bar here, the middle green one. We want this to actually be higher than our processed bar. So this is over the course of like, what is this? I think 2 years. Yeah, last 24 months. So it's a pretty good like indicator of how well industry's going here. So this is telling me we need more furniture. Yeah, and as we can see, the planks is completely full. This building doesn't have any planks inside, which is kind of weird, considering the fact that there's 8,000 units of planks chilling in, what's it called? So, okay, we turned off exporting planks, right? But see, we were on allow processing, so I think this was still letting people bring the planks down to the dock. We only want to allow storage, and hopefully that doesn't end up affecting our actual buildings here, but let's go ahead and consider building another furniture studio. Furniture factory. I mean, that kind of looks neat, doesn't it? A radio station. Does that say IKEA? That's actually really funny. Maybe my Spanish is terrible, but either way, IKEA. Either way, now we can start producing even more furniture. We just need planks to be brought in. What did I end up purchasing on this building? The CAD software. So I guess we should do that here as well. Reason that I bought it decreases plank consumption, which when dealing with imports is definitely very important. What is going on with our stupid building over here though? This is a bit concerning because a lot of our money, like I'd probably have like $100,000 more if all of our luxury tourist buildings were full, but literally not a single one is. Let's check residential. Yeah, look, there's this one and it's got our famous person. I hope the reason isn't... I mean, this place is perfect. This is like a tropical paradise. I like cannot fathom possibly why there should be any issues at all. Are people even showing up in these ones? I don't think so. Yeah, all of our luxury hotels are empty too, I think. Yep, every single luxury hotel. This is weird. Can I increase this housing quality even more? I think I went over this whenever I was talking about something in the last episode. No, it's not highlighting the skyscraper hotels. Does a fashion company? No way to tell. Factory outlet. Really expensive, but I do want to see how well it affects these modern mansions here. Museum of Modern Art. Hip and comfy electronics. Hopefully people start bringing the electronics here. 133,000 units. Did I turn off the cloth exports? I don't think I did I? I did, okay. But the reason was because our fashion company uses them. So let's go ahead and pick up yet another warehouse. Quick build that. And let's go searching for cloth. Okay. So there is that. Let's go check in on our uranium stockpile. Numbers are looking alright. Oh!
That's so much better. I can see clearly again. but the people haven't got any prettier. If anything, they actually get uglier the longer I look at them. Okay, back on target. The eternal flame stands proud, right beside a palace.
Okay. So, I mean, I reckon we have the money for this. No, we don't. Oh no. Just need a little bit of time for them to finish up what they're doing. Open raid screen. So I do want them to immediately start doing something else, but I'd rather wait for an additional worker in the building. So we're gonna give it just a little bit of time. Raid finishing in very soon. And so I want to check out fantasy reviews. I talk about this like in lots of my episodes. Well, maybe not lots of my episodes, but I kind of mention it. And I talk about it in the beginner's guide I made. I never used fantasy reviews. Reason being is that you don't really need it. Like, I've never really seen a use for it, but right here, this might be a time because we literally have no tourists on the island. And we have like a pretty decent tourist rating, 87. Like, that's almost 90%. So maybe that's the issue. So we'll use this Cyber Operations Center to get even closer, hopefully over 100. Or, sorry, over 90. Maybe even close to 100. That would be pretty ideal, I think. I wonder why. The casinos are all giving like over 100 service quality. Yeah, I'm not sure what the issue is. Either way. And so there's something else I wanted to do, which is the market manipulation. That only takes 3 months, whereas fantasy reviews takes 6 months. So I'm going to do the market manipulation first. Check our provocations. Do we have any more? Whoa. Why do we have 5? What does this building do? Why do we have 5? Let's provoke a bull and try and find cars. Gold's on an uptrend, shellfish on an uptrend. Kind of annoying for both of those. We're actually producing shellfish, right? I believe so. Yeah, we're producing our own shellfish, so that's not really much of a worry. Batteries are going down. Not really worried about batteries. Maybe we could import them. We wouldn't have to import nickel to make batteries. Yeah, well, once this is done, I think we'll look for a battery import. But let's provoke a bull. Let's search around for cars. Planks, electronics, balloons, that one's terrible. Canned goods, chocolate, and apparel. That's really good because we're selling canned goods and we're selling apparel, and we could sell chocolate. So that's really, really good. I mean, we might as well use all of our provocations. That's kind of wild that we have so many. Furniture, electronics, bananas. Oil, corn, planks, cheese, steel, and logs. Because I kind of want to import steel. We're already importing planks, so making them more expensive isn't great. Furniture, we can do this one. No, because we're importing electronics. I guess we will go with the steel because at least we're getting something out of this. And on top of that, steel's pretty cheap, I'm pretty sure. Let's quickly check how much it is. How much for steel? Ooh, steel's kind of expensive. So hopefully this doesn't go over like 10,000 for 1,000 units. That would kind of suck. Either way, let's continue provoking bowls. Electronics, tobacco, boats. Uranium, iron, aluminum. Not good. I mean, if we increase electronics, then that's going to make me want to actually produce electronics. So we might end up doing that. 2 more provocations. We can do it. Pharmaceuticals, milk, pineapple, jewelry, aluminum, cloth, passenger drone, furniture, wool. We're going to do the pharmaceuticals because, of course, we're producing pharmaceuticals. I think the little money sign is like what I've personally started doing here. Broke another bowl. Coffee, cars, leather. Look at that. Cars is on the menu now. So sometime in the near future I should start to try and produce some cars. Actually, we can probably start right in the middle of when the cars is on the uptrend. And so we'll start stockpiling once we are actually producing them. And right at the perfect moment, right when the provocation ends, we'll... Oh wow, I hate this. Look at this. It's like a bunch of the same houses in a row. I hate when that happens. Either way, we'll be stockpiling up cars while the trend is going up. And then right whenever it's at the top, so I'm doing this with my hands, it goes up and up and up and up and up. And right whenever it's here and it levels out, right at that moment, what I'll do is I'll try and find a deal. So pretend that point is down here. So we'll try and find a deal that's even more expensive. And so then we'll unleash the floodgates and start selling all of our cars at hopefully like an insane amount of money. Either way, we're getting absolutely zero tourists. It might be something to do with like the save or something, because I'm fairly certain that people should be showing up. I don't know what the issue is. I might have to kind of do some research before I
see myself, not in the metaphorical sense, but literally. That man over there is me, I think. He looks weird. It's like looking into one of those distortion mirrors at an amusement park. What is wrong with your mouth, you toad?
Oh, it's because we delivered him all of the pharmaceuticals. That's funny. Presidente, I have established contact with the bizarro version of myself, and he is fairly reasonable. He offered to let the eternal flame go in exchange for a little golden compensation for himself. Traitorous bastard. He's not loyal to his El Presidente at all. That's slime. Anyway, if you don't want to go along with this slimy traitor's plan, I could knock him out and take over the local radio broadcast. Since he is the host, nobody will nobody will suspect a thing. With just a few pieces of electronic equipment, I can make the whole island believe the flame is haunted or something. And we can nick it without a problem. So gold, we don't have any gold on the island, so our only option is electronics. And is that something that I started stockpiling? Yes, it is. Okay, cool. So we already have the 2000 electronics, so hopefully someone can bring them over. Max out the budget on all of these. As a matter of fact, let's just get... Oh, we're starting to fill in all of our jobs. That's really nice. And so this is like a critical point that I talk about sometimes. But this is like the best example I've captured so far. We're hitting a point where as we're building up more and more offices, they're getting filled in with the people educating from this college here. And so previously we built up, I believe it's these two here? No, these two. We built up these two, and if you look at them, they're completely full. So let's max out the budget on all of those. Let's check our population real quick. Wealth. The number of rich people has been going down. I'll have to... College education and you're a criminal. Not good. But either way, my point is that as we're building up offices, we're generating enough college educated people to fill in these offices. So it's kind of creating like a, not a positive feedback loop, but we are comfortably filling in all of our offices, which is really nice because like all of these offices here, if we check out, look at that, they're all full. That's really, really good. And so now we're just producing stacks of money. The amount of money they're producing is going down significantly due to the all the work modes, right? So if we look at all the ones that I built recently, corporate business, corporate. So ideally what you're going to want to do is kind of balance this out. And what kind of does suck is you have to wait a whole, like until the end of every month to kind of see what things are, like how different they are. Official business, if we read it, they generate $5 per month based on the efficiency per employee of government and finance buildings, right? So all of the offices are actually finance. So the more offices you build, the more what's it called, effective official business is going to be. So if we look at this building, it's generating 1,000. We also have consumer, which is different than corporate, in that it's based on the number of families living in housing. And if we look at this one, 400, not like amazing, but what I kind of want to do is keep things simple by changing this entire area to official. And then we'll even do these two here. Official, which they already were. So let's go even a little bit further and do 2 more right here. So all of these, this is how I typically like to do it, just to keep things kind of orderly. All of these ones right here are official. Let's even go 1 more. So everything in this area official. So let's go over here and we'll do consumer. Let's make this entire little city block consumer. Okay, neat. So let's check out how this balances. Times 4 speed. This video is sort of dragging on, so I'm going to want to end it sometime very soon. But as you can see, the little blue bar, we just finished a month, and now we can check in. So 399 for these consumer buildings. We have 4 of them, right? And then if we look at the official ones, it was up to 1,000, and it dragged it down to around 500, which is nice. And because we're getting rid of some offices that were on corporate business is actually going to go up a bit. So previously it was as low as like less than 250, I think. It was around 220, I think. But now it's up to 350. So this is telling me that we could do even a little bit more on official. Most ideally, you'd want it perfectly evened out to where all of your offices are producing the same amount of money, but this is fine here. Back to times 1 speed, so I want to wrap this up with just a couple more thoughts. It would be nice if some people picked up these electronics and brought them over. Checking on the population, we need another office. Do we not start building one already? I thought I did, but I guess I didn't. Let's do this with a park here. Let's go and just quick build that. Max out the budget. I don't want to buy water coolers for everything. Eventually I will, once we're like rolling and making like hundreds of thousands of dollars or whatever. What is going on with my... Like, is there something that I did? I don't think there's any edicts that I did. Caribbean Trade Pact Association again. Let's do it. I mean, we have the money for it. Hopefully our customs office is full. It is. So now let's check in on our deviations. We can get smart furniture. No. We can get boats. And then I think cigars. No. What is going on? Oh, because this is only on luxury goods. Okay. All trade goods. So we can import cheese, rum, and boats. So these are all either consumer or luxury goods. And so the thing is that, look at that, $500,000 over the course of this whole thing. $350,000. Yeah, not that much. But either way, these are good trade deals. So we already have 2 things of rum, which are at 72. So this rum deal definitely out of the question, but the boats, I don't think we're importing boats. So let's go ahead and pick up boats. Sign contract. And I guess we can do the cheese as well, right? Yes. So we'll end up getting rid of these once we start running into like actual raw resources that we're trying to process. We just need the Cyber Operations Center done. And I do want to get the Eternal Flame put up very soon. I'm curious, where is the Eternal Flame? I'm pretty sure it's a real building, isn't it? And I think it's in China. It reminds me of Army of Two. Is that the name of that game? Army of Two, the second one. I might be thinking about the wrong game, but I'm pretty sure you go to that building in that game. Still no tourists are arriving, even though we had like the most perfect place for tourists to come to. Can even get vintage gilded faucets. I'm not sure if you've seen the movie. Grand Budapest Hotel. I might have talked about this previously, but something that I absolutely adore is the idea of making, like if you've seen the movie, then this will make sense, but this is just something that always makes me smile, is to put one of these buildings up here like this. Oof, there's a bunch of trees in the way. Let me just cancel that for 2 seconds. Use a road to try and clear it out. There we go. And then, so that there with, we're gonna need a landing. Okay, hold up. I'm gonna save it real quick just so I don't waste money here. Sorry about this small tangent, but I just want to showcase this real quick, which I think is just like one of the coolest things in the game. So if you've seen the movie, then this will make sense to you, but if you haven't, then I guess it kind of wouldn't make sense. But either way, I think this is just like absolutely one of the funniest looking things in the game. So if you've seen the Grand Budapest Hotel, then this picture right here will make sense to you, and I think it's just really cool. Like, it looks like the Grand Budapest Hotel, which I think is pretty neat. And so sometimes I'll try and sneak this in on certain builds, but on this one I don't think that I'm going to. I might, just depends. So I ended up actually dragging this whole video on to like pretty close to an hour, which isn't ideal. It's gonna drastically increase the upload times. But I guess if I made like longer episodes, then there would be less of them per series and more that people could watch every day. So I'm not too sure. But either way, I had lots of fun in this episode. Lots of small little neat things going on. Kind of a shame that we didn't end up getting the Eternal Flame done. So I think right around here is where I'll put it. And then I'll try and surround it completely by like skyscrapers, kind of how like this right here. You can just imagine like the Eternal Flame popping up right here. I think it would look pretty neat, and then just like a sea of concrete all around it. But yeah, there's not much else that I wanted to talk about at the end of this episode, I don't think. Everything's just chilling. I mean, I did just save and reload the game, so let's put this on ×4 speed real quick. And the very last thing that I want to do is see if this is going to change tourists showing up. Because it's really annoying that they're not here, because that's a lot of money that we could be making. No tourist. It's like the building's paused or something. Maybe I should pause it. Pause it, press play for a little bit, and then unpause it. Maybe that'll help out. If this doesn't help out, then I really don't know what to do about this. If this doesn't work out, then I think what I'll do is, in the next episode, I'll try and get the Cyber Operations Center to help out, and if that doesn't help out, then honestly I think something might be bugged out. Or deputy. Can't my agent handle this?
Away from that strange place, Presidente. I could feel the influence of evil Penultimo starting to affect me. But don't worry. Your Penultimo will always stay strong and loyal to you. For all eternity.
For all eternity. Nice. So this means that we finished it, right? No? Why not? Very soon. So let's go in ×4 speed, see if we can get this done real quick. 5 days.
There she stands. The eternal flame, ever burning, never going out. I wonder if we could make it to that other version of Tropico. Do you think they ever come here? That might explain my evil twin.
No tourists again. I have literally no idea what it possibly could be, but that really sucks. I don't know if there's going to be any way I can fix that, because everything to me is pointing that, ah, the Eternal Flame's this big. Okay, I was really hoping that this would be like some monstrously large building, but it's actually quite small. That is pretty anticlimactic. Oh, it's got an actual flame though, look at that. Let's even spell my name in cursive. I tried. I mean, I could just kind of plop it somewhere. I'll try and think of like a really neat place to put it later on, but that does really suck. Maybe I should try and find like some really tall building. And we don't really have any tall buildings. That would be pretty neat. Like, if you play City Skylines, you can unlock like special buildings, at least in the first one. I haven't played the second one yet. But you can unlock like some special buildings, and like your buildings will be all like sort of this tall, and then you'll unlock one that's like up to here. And so that's pretty cool. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and end this episode here. Really hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Look at these sprawling rich neighborhoods that we can get. So you can just imagine once it's completely filled in over here, a little bit more buildings here, it'll be a sea of concrete and just an ocean of rich people. It'll be really, really cool. But I really hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you did, be sure to leave a like. And if you want to follow along with more Tropico 6 series like this or some other strategy game content, then be sure to subscribe. Peace.